Hey there, bookish friends, my name's Gabby. Thanks for stopping by my channel, Lefty Reads. So I've definitely been MIA these past few weeks, and for that I'm really sorry. A whole combination of circumstances made it hard for me to find the motivation to make videos lately, but I am back. And probably just as good as ever. Anyway, I'm moving back to school on Sunday, and I'm filming this on Friday, which means that I have 2 days until I'm back at school, which means I should probably start packing soon because I haven't started yet, and I need to get my life together. But I did figure out which books I want to bring to school with me. So there's that, and I figured I'd share those selections with you delightful folks. The thing is, I have a tendency to not do a lot of pleasure reading when I'm at school. I'm an English and creative writing double major, which that alone warrants quite a bit of reading. And then there's also stuff for my other classes, and so if I start reading for funsies, I'll begin to feel like there's probably stuff I should be reading for school. And then plus my friends and clubs and sorority stuff, it's hard for me to make reading a priority, which is incredibly sad, but that's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, I guess. All that said, this was actually a much harder decision than it should have been to figure out which books I'm taking with me. My freshman year, I took a ton of books, like probably like half of my books, and I honestly did not read any of them. My sophomore year, I didn't initially take any books, but I did end up snagging a few on my weekend trips home. And so this year, I'm not going to bring that many, but I do want to pick out some books that will inspire me to read more. So basically, I selected some books that are really high on my TBR, and then of course, I threw in some old favorites just for comfort and because I'd probably want to reread them. Alright, I'll start with the books I've read before. So when I was trying to decide which books to bring with me, I glanced at my shelves, and the very first book that I decided to bring with me was Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. As I've said in previous videos, I listened to this on audiobook a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, something like that, and I adored it, and I wanted to reread it almost immediately. This is a very feel-good book that just made me so stinking happy, and so it'll make like the perfect breath of fresh air when I get overwhelmed at school. Not only that, but it's the best college book I've ever read. It was extremely relatable, and Kath, the main character, is also an English major, so it'll be good to have with me. Plus, look how pretty this collector's edition is. It's so pretty, and I love it so much. Oh my gosh. Then I decided to bring To All the Boys I've Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han. I'll admit, part of me is bringing these along just because they look so cute on the shelf and they just match the aesthetic I want for my room. Also though, these are just really cute, fun, and quick books as well, and I've been wanting to reread them for quite some time now, especially with the newish announcement of a third book being released in April. I need to get on this. And then the last few old favorites that I decided to bring along with me are Shatter Me, Unravel Me, and Ignite Me by Tahara Mafi. The Shatter Me trilogy is just addicting and wonderful, and definitely a lot different than the other books that I already talked about. Plus, it will be good if I'm more in the mood for like intense and a steamier read. Now for the books I haven't read yet. First I chose Lady Midnight by Cassandra Clare. Admittedly, this is quite the clunker, but it is extremely high on my TBR, and I'm beyond excited to read it, so I'm hoping that my sheer excitement to read it will encourage me to open it and read it while I'm at school, even though it's so thick. Then I decided to bring Hollow City by Ransom Riggs. This is the second book in the Miss Peregrine series, and I've been wanting to read this for several weeks since I finished book number 1. And with the Miss Peregrine movie coming out in September, I knew this one just had to come with me. I also decided to bring The Program and The Treatment by Suzanne Young. I actually read The Program when it first came out a few years ago, and I thought it was so good. I just bought the sequel a few days ago. Spoiler for my upcoming haul video. So I'll have to give the first book a reread as a refresher so I can continue on to the treatment, and I'm just waving these books all over the place, so sorry if I'm making you nauseous. And now, let's be honest, I wouldn't be me if I didn't throw in a contemporary book, so the final book that I'll be taking to school with me is The Summer of Chasing Mermaids by Sarah Auckler. I actually already started reading this book, if you can't tell by a little bookmark waving around, but I haven't gotten very far. I just wasn't in the mood for a contemporary book, which I know, shocker, because I'm freaking always reading contemporary books. I'm always in the mood for contemporary. But at that time, and even right now, I'm not really in the mood for contemporary. So yeah, I haven't finished this. This was a book I was so incredibly pumped to read though, so like it obviously has to come with me so I can finish it. So those are the 11 books I definitely plan to take with me to college on Sunday. I might throw in a few more, who knows, but I also have to remember all the electronic arcs on my Kindle and the books that I'm going to have to buy for school. I am taking a young adult writing class, so I'll have to buy several YA novels for that class. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know down in the comments if you're good at making reading a priority during the school year, because if you are, I'd love to know how you do it. Give this video a thumbs up if you found any sort of entertainment value in it, and don't forget to subscribe to stay updated on when and what I post. I've left links to my other social media, including my blog, Twitter, Instagram, and GOODREADS. Hit me up on one of those sites so we can chat. If you're headed back to school soon, I wish you the best of luck and hope you have a wonderful semester, wonderful school year. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye bookish friends.